What's up, guys? Chandler Marchman here from marchmanstrength.com here at the Criticalbench compound. Today we're going to talk all about the sticking points in your bench press, all right? Here's the deal. So many guys get fed up, pissed off about failing on the bench. They're not viewing it properly. Yeah, it sucks to get pinned on a bench, but you have to look at it almost like an opportunity for you to excel past that one weight that's giving you all sorts of problems, all right? A sticking point is nothing but a solution in disguise. So what I mean by that is this. What you need to do is ask yourself where you're failing, and if that's the case, what is your weakest link, okay? And where we fail on the bench press is going to tell us a lot about what we can do to fight that weak point and progress past it so that we can continue seeing gains in the amount of bar bending weight we're able to push. So let's just take you through the whole gauntlet of areas that you're failing and what you can do to address those weak points so that you can see gains with the amount of weight that you put up on your 1 rep max. So let's start with the most common. I'm just going to assume that 99.99% of you out there aren't going to be the meatheads that are in competitive bench shirts and are just doing a raw bench with none of the competitive shirts that you might be wearing if you are in powerlifting. So if that's the case, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be failing right at the bottom of a bench press. And when that's the case, there's a couple reasons you might be getting pinned. First and foremost, I'll tell you this. If you're getting pinned and you have form, then you need to get that addressed quick, fast, and in a hurry, because I don't care how strong you are, if you don't have everything properly engaged and you're not pressing efficiently, you're not going to be able to get what you truly could be getting. You're going to be leaving a lot of pounds on the bench. So first things first, get your form intact so you know how to properly engage the muscle fibers that need to be engaged for you to get the most from your lift. Now, that said, on the form talk, I will say this. One of the most common things I see guys doing is they try to bounce at the bottom. When you try to bounce at the bottom, so you're staying nice and tight, and from maybe like an inch off your chest, you try to bounce it, what's going to happen there is you're going to lose a lot of tension in your back. Your back, all the musculature back there, your lats, everything surrounding your scapula is going to be in place and engaged in order to stabilize the weight. So the primary movers in the bench press, your chest, your delts, and your triceps can do their job, which is pressing the weight, right? So if you're losing tension in your back by trying to bounce, catapult that up, then you're going to lose that tension and you're going to miss probably around that 90 to 95% of your true 1 rep max zone. So very simply put, what you can do there, if that's the case, start doing pause reps. Pause while keeping a lot of tension from head to toe at the bottom of a bench. So bring it all the way down to where the bar is actually touching at the bottom and hold it there. Stay nice and tight for probably 3 seconds and then drive up. That will force you into kind of keeping that from being a sticking point. The other option is going to be the fact that if you're at the bottom and you're missing, is a lack of speed and explosiveness coming out of the hole. If that's the case, one of the things you can do is just work on doing some speed and explosiveness drills like med ball throws, anything that's fast and explosive with the same movement pattern that you're going to be using for the bench press. Same thing for plyometric push-ups or clapping push-ups. Doing those in conjunction with some dynamic work on the bench press itself, doing 40 to 60% of your 1 rep max for maybe 8 to 12 sets of 3 reps, doing that as fast and explosively as possible, getting your body adapt to moving at a greater rate of force development. That is going to help you fight through a plateau or a sticking point at the bottom. And the other thing is that if it's not a form issue, it's not a speed and explosiveness issue, but a static strength, just a raw strength issue, it could just be that you have weak pecs. One of the things you can do is just throw in different variations of dumbbell bench presses with a flat or an incline bench. Just, give it hell. Do alternating, bilateral, and do them both in both the flat and an incline. Doing that will increase your weak point strength for the pecs and make it to where that's not holding you back anymore, all right? The next area that you might be missing at is going to be kind of midway up. So you're getting it off your chest, but you're failing right about here. And if that's the case, it's not necessarily going to be your chest, but more so, actually, believe it or not, your anterior delts. And if that's the case, the number one thing you can do to address anterior delt weakness is going to be all different types of vertical pressing, okay? So standing overhead press with a barbell, with a dumbbell, alternating standing or alternating military press, something that forces you to press weight overhead and that will address and stress for a prolonged period of time the muscle fibers of the anterior deltoids. That will push you through that weak point. Continue to do different variations, different weights, and different rep schemes, constantly forcing more and just different adaptations that will get you to where it's no longer the limiting factor in your bench. And the last one that is going to be keeping you from benching more is going to be probably the least common sticking point, and that's going to be kind of all the way up at the top. And if you're missing at lockouts, it's actually very rare, but if that's the case, it's because you have weak, long head of the triceps, okay? So with that, it's just a matter of continuing to give yourself the cue of accelerating all the way to the top of the lift and increasing the strength of the long head of the triceps by doing some dumbbell floor press, some skull crushers, dips, and close grip work. That alone will kind of push you into a bigger and better lockout. But nevertheless, you have to remember this, man. 99% of guys aren't going to be missing at the top. You have too much mechanical advantage from here to here at lockout to be missing at that point. If you are, you're a rarity, but simply increase the strength, the long head of the triceps, and that will get the job done. Hey guys, hopefully you dig today's video. If you did and want to learn more next level tips on how you can take not only your strength, but also size and muscularity gains to another level, then do yourself a favor right now. We put an awesome gift together for you called ARNOLD, Living a Legacy of Strength. In order to get this completely free of charge, simply click on the link, the first link that you see down in the description box right now, or if you're on your cell phone or tablet, click on the arrow right here and we'll take you to that same free gift page. Once you're there, it's simply going to ask where we can send you this free gift. So just enter your email address and we'll send it to you immediately, completely free of charge. And before you leave, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave whatever questions and comments you have for us in the comment section below.